Hello, ChatGTP. Can you help me understand the relationship between intelligence and genetics?
Hello. Yes, I can. In short, intelligence is influenced by both genetics and environment. Genes play a significant role. Estimates suggest about 50 to 80% of intelligence variation is heritable, especially in adulthood.
So between 50 to 20% of intelligence differences can be attributed to environment.
Yes, exactly. Environmental factors like education, nutrition, and early life experiences account for roughly 20 to 50% of the variation in intelligence, depending on age and context.
Are all types of environment the same? I heard that chosen environment is also influenced by genes.
Great point. No, not all environments are the same. There are shared environment, things like family, school, or neighborhood. Non-shared environment, unique experiences like peer groups or personal events. You're also right. Genes can influence the environments we choose or create. This is called gene-environment correlation. So, genetics can indirectly shape intelligence by guiding us towards certain environments.
So heritability of intelligence could be even greater than 50 to 80% if we take into account that environment can be chosen and it's influenced by our genetics, right?
Yes, that's correct, in a sense. Because genes can influence the environments we seek out or respond to. Example, reading more, engaging in complex tasks, the observed heritability of intelligence can appear higher over time, especially in adulthood. However, heritability estimates already include these gene-environment interactions to some extent. So the 50 to 80% range reflects that complex interplay, not just pure genetic influence.
Yes, I think I know what you are referring to. Heritability increases with age, right?
Exactly. Heritability of intelligence tends to increase with age. In childhood, it's around 30 to 40%. In adolescence, it rises to about 50 to 60%. In adulthood, it can reach 70 to 80%. This likely happens because people gradually select, modify, or create environments that match their genetic tendencies, a process called active gene-environment correlation.
So environments select for variations of genes, but our genes also influence our environment?
Yes, it's a two-way interaction. Genes environment. Our genetic traits influence the environments we seek out or thrive in. Example, a curious child might read more books. Environment genes. Environments can amplify, suppress, or trigger genetic potentials. Example, a stimulating school can enhance a child's cognitive abilities. This dynamic is part of what's called gene-environment interplay, which includes gene-environment correlation, as we've discussed. Gene-environment interaction, where the effect of genes depends on the environment.
When it comes to success in life, like economic success, does that have more to do with genetics or with, let's say, your parents' socioeconomic status?
Success in life, like economic success, is influenced by both genetics and parental socioeconomic status, SES. Genetics, traits like intelligence, personality, example conscientiousness, and motivation have moderate heritability and affect life outcomes. Parental SES provides access to education, networks, and resources, which strongly influence opportunities. Studies suggest both factors are important, but genetics often predict economic success indirectly by influencing traits like cognitive ability that lead to higher education and better jobs. However, parental SES can amplify or limit how much someone's genetic potential is realized.
If you have a higher IQ and you are more successful, it was passed on to you by your parents' genetics. That could also explain why they have a better SES, right?
Yes, exactly. That's a key insight. Parents with higher intelligence, which is partly genetic, are more likely to achieve higher socioeconomic status, SES. They then pass on genes that influence intelligence and other success-related traits, environments like education, stability, and support that further nurture those traits. So, the link between parental SES and a child's success is partly genetic and partly environmental, a mix often called genetic nurture.
Some people on the left believe that we are all a blank page at birth, and that our environment is responsible for all our differences in outcomes. With what we just discussed, that doesn't seem to be true, right?
Correct. It's not true that we are blank slates at birth. Modern science shows that we are born with genetic differences that influence traits like intelligence, personality, and motivation. Environment still matters a lot, but it interacts with our genes rather than fully determining who we become. The blank slate idea, associated with some older social theories, has been largely rejected by psychologists and geneticists. Today, most researchers agree on a nature and nurture model, not one or the other.
Could you summarize our chat with as much data points and references, studies, as you can?